stop doing that. He's the best player I've ever seen. That's why you always losing, you bum. Yeah, that's right. You tell him, coach.
I met Alexander when I worked as a bartender in college. My mother was an addict and her boyfriend was a creepy dude who spent all his time harassing me. I had filed a restraining order on both of them, and so I threw myself in as much work in school as I could. I was in my last year when I was introduced to him by one of the other patrons who was trying to set us up, and we just clicked. He was cute, funny, and handsome. He had these hazel eyes that turned into pure golden in the right lighting, and his smile could charm even the most violent beast into being his friend. I was so overworked and stressed out that to me, life felt like a dark thunderstorm just waiting to drown me. But Alexander pulled me out of that darkness of my life. Pretty soon, he became my sun, my moon, and all my stars. He waited for me to graduate, and in the meantime, he interned at some fancy accounting company while I worked on setting up a marketing business. Once I graduated and he had finished up his internship, we moved in together in an apartment and eventually he proposed. After a couple of years of moving around and advancing in our careers, we ended up in a small town in upstate New York. I was a little hesitant about moving to a small town, but after some convincing, I realized that our long-term financials were better off if we relocated to an area with a lower cost of living compared to staying in the city. The pandemic had exacerbated our time frame of moving out of the city and buying a house. Besides, when we had kids, they would have lots of room to play and explore. We found this beautiful house built near a large lake. Ordinarily, I wouldn't have chosen it because I hate the water, but Alexander was so insistent on it. He said that it was our forever home, our little slice of heaven. It was perfectly isolated away from any intrusive neighbors or drunk tourists, so I agreed. We moved in on April 19th, 2020. The first half of the year went by great. We both worked virtually, and I was ecstatic at how our relationship was going with the both of us being home 24/7. We would go fishing, boating, swimming, camping, and even painting every other day. It felt completely and utterly perfect. It wasn't until his 30th birthday when I noticed that things had turned a little strange. I baked him a cake and made a romantic dinner, but noticed that he seemed a little distant. I tried asking him if something was wrong, but I could see that he would downplay his emotions and brushed it off. I played along expecting him to tell me when he was ready, but he never opened up. This went on for a week before he was acting normally again, so I didn't bring it up again. I chalked it up to him turning 30 years old because he always lamented getting old. And then sometime last month, I started getting really nauseous in the morning and everything started to smell awful to me. Even the scent of foods I once enjoyed had diverted my appetite. I took a pregnancy test and found out that I was indeed pregnant. I spent all morning prepping myself for the news that I would tell Alexander. Funnily enough, Alexander had also wondered if I was pregnant, and that very same afternoon, he came back home with the pregnancy test. Once I told him, he was more ecstatic than I had ever seen, and he was already browsing nursery items on the internet. Because Alexander often ran errands in the town or went on frequent business trips, I decided to install security systems all throughout the house. I didn't feel safe being all alone in an isolated house anymore, especially with growing a whole mini-me in my stomach. When he came back, I told him about it, and he agreed with my reasoning, but I felt like he was slightly hesitant. I didn't pay much attention to it, and I apologized and told him I should have consulted with him beforehand. And then one night, I woke up at around 3 a.m. with the sudden urge to go to the bathroom, and I quickly got up and ran that way. It wasn't until I came back when I realized that the bed was completely empty. I laid back down and closed my eyes. thinking maybe when I went to the bathroom, he also went to the bathroom in the basement or something. So I laid in bed expecting him to arrive, but after half an hour, I started to feel this strange sensation that he wasn't coming. I shook it off and tossed and turned until I fell asleep. I did have a Zoom conference in the early morning that had to maintain my full concentration for some business deal. Morning came and went, and my presentation went perfect. We were discussing celebratory plans for the weekend when I remembered about the former night. Hey, sweetie, when I went to the bathroom last night, I noticed you weren't in bed. Was this around 3 in the morning? He asked, not even looking at me from his phone. Yeah, it was, I replied. Oh, yeah, I heard a weird noise in the garage and I went to check it out. I think I left the garbage open and some raccoons got in. I would have taken his word for it, but there was something odd about the way he said it. Nonetheless, we moved on and enjoyed the rest of our night. A couple of nights later, I had to run to the bathroom again. It was like my bladder had shrunk, but I guess that's one of the perks of being a pregnant woman. This time, I noticed that once again, he was gone from our bedroom. I was already up, so I went throughout our house looking for him. I even checked the garage, but I couldn't find him. I decided to go back to bed and wait for him, but I fell asleep waiting. In the morning, I decided to ask about it. Hey, sweetie, where were you last night? I woke up to pee again and you weren't there. I even fell asleep waiting. I whined, jokingly while grabbing his arm and playing with it. I went for a walk. He replied while pulling his hand back. You went for a walk in the middle of the night. My playfulness now turned to curiosity. Yeah, I just couldn't sleep. Lately work has been stressing me out and I'm worried for you. For me? Well, for our kid. I don't know what the future holds. What if something happens to us? He or she will be all alone, he said while looking down at the floor. My heart burst and I wanted to hug the life out of him and ease every stressful thing he was worried about. I promise nothing will happen to us. We'll be fine. And if anything does, he or she will be fine because we will have raised them right. Look, the future is unpredictable, and nothing will ever be certain, but all we can manage is the way we react to things. For now, just to focus on us and how we can make things transition better. I said, hoping to at least alleviate some of his worry. I mean, what do you say to those concerns? Even I had those same exact worries. Thank you. You always know what to say. I promise I won't do it again. He smiled and pulled me closer for a quick pet. Things went perfectly after our little conversation, and in fact, every night before bed, we would sit and fantasize about the things we would do with our future kids over a cup of tea. I used to be an avid coffee drinker in the nighttime. Since caffeine had no effect on me, I would drink it and fall asleep. However, since my pregnancy, Alexander started to make me a nice cup of tea. I guess my body had just adjusted to the growth of my womb because I no longer had to pee in the night. In fact, I was so knocked out that I'm pretty sure I could sleep through a whole tornado. I thought that was the end of it until I had a doctor's appointment. The doctor was an impatient, stubborn, cold old man, and as much as I preferred a sympathetic female doctor, he was the closest one within miles. The checkup itself went fine. My little one was growing pretty fast. In fact, the doctor insisted that I was 3 months pregnant, but I didn't believe him. After all, I only found out last month due to symptoms and I was positive that he was wrong. I took the standard urine test and went home. The day after, however, I got a call from the doctor's office. Hi, Mrs. Rodriguez. I just wanted to confirm some information. You said you weren't on any current medications, is that correct? He asked flatly. Yeah, that's correct. I don't take anything other than some prenatal vitamins, I replied. Okay, because we found traces of DPH in your urine. He replied, annoyed at my supposed deception. I don't even know what that is, I replied, completely confused. It's one of the main ingredients in Benadryl. I find that most women have trouble sleeping at night and resort to sleeping pills. However, Benadryl is not a sleeping pill. Studies show that they can cause birth defects. If you're having trouble sleeping, I think you should come into my office and we can go through the cause and find out what treatment works best for you. Would you like to make another appointment? He pushed his tone, sounding more and more annoyed with every word. I don't like your accusatory tone, no thank you. I replied firmly and hung up. The nerve of that old man. Oh, I didn't care how far away other doctors were. There was no way I was going back to him. That night, I vented to Alexander, who was making me another cup of tea when it hit me. Ever since he started making me tea, I found myself incredibly drowsy and would sleep through the entire night. I smiled over at him and found myself wondering if he was capable of actually drugging me. I chuckled a bit, but out of curiosity, I declined his tea. I think I might stop drinking the tea at night. It makes me too drowsy. You can drink it though, I said while slightly moving the cup towards him. Are you sure? He asked while reluctantly grabbing the cup. Yeah, take it, I said, going back to my phone. He took the cup and raised it to his lips. I felt slightly relieved when I saw him take a big sip. I almost felt like an idiot for even thinking that. This is Alexander, my big softie. Hey, I'm gonna go get a glass of water, I said, standing up and heading into the kitchen. Yeah, okay, he said, looking down at his magazine. I opened the kitchen door and started opening the top cabinet and getting a glass cup when I noticed one of the tea bags in the counter had slightly torn, releasing its contents. I grabbed a paper towel and wiped it, carefully collecting the residue before opening the garbage can. As I held it open, I noticed a glimpse of something silver reflecting off the kitchen light. I reached down to grab it, while putting the paper towel into the can. It was a plastic wrapper, the kind that encloses a single, individual capsule for Benadryl. You know, the kind where you snap a piece of the small tablet and peel off the silver thing. None of this made any sense. Why would he be drugging me? I couldn't confront him about it just yet. I wanted to check something. I looked up to see a camera pointed towards the kitchen door into the backyard while facing the counter. I had to check something. Are you okay in there? He asked from the other room. Yeah, I just needed to clean up. I went back into the living room and sat down for a bit, turning on the TV and watching it for a little while. It was uncanny watching him act like everything was alright. The more I thought about it, what did I really know about this man? He knew about my family and my entire past. He's even seen my crazy family and their horrible antics. But he said that he was an orphan that had no family, and we were both introverts that barely had any friends. We only had coworkers that we talked to over Zoom. I knew all the lovey-dovey stuff I saw on a daily basis, but who was he really? Curiosity was now tugging at all my heartstrings, and I wanted to cry. Why would he sneak Benadryl into my tea at night? Could he be sneaking out again? I decided to go into our office under the excuse of me wanting to finish up some work, but instead, I decided to pull up all the security camera footage. The usual day stuff was fine, so I fast-forwarded it right to before he made my tea. The footage showed Alexander walking into the kitchen and heading towards the top counter, getting a box of tea packets. He set the stove and put some water and sat down at the table and went on his phone. Once the water started boiling, he carefully poured some onto a cup and put the tea bag inside. He opened another cabinet and pulled out a small pink and blue box. Crap. He opened a plastic capsule and pulled one of them out and crushed it with a spoon before pouring it into the tea. That wouldn't make any sense. Wouldn't he be affected by it? Why would he be fine giving it to me? I decided to go to another day, fast forwarding it through the night. But we both slept soundly throughout the entire night. I sat there just watching the both of us lying in bed. Our breathing was unison, and I stuck my leg out on my side of my bed at least 5 times in 1 hour. I sat there reflecting on my actions. Maybe there was an explanation that I was missing. Maybe he was doing it because he wanted me to sleep. I almost began to laugh at the absurdity of my situation. When I realized that I kept sticking my leg out at the exact angle, it seemed off. Every 10 minutes in that recording, I would shift and stick my leg out at an exact angle and turn back to the right side of the bed to face him. It was a freaking loop. I quickly backed out of the recording and moved on to a different date. The same exact thing with the tea. He would crush up a capsule of Benadryl and pour it into my tea. With the time frame between the hours of 3 and 5, the recording would be looped to make it look like we had slept all night long. I sat there thinking about what to do when it hit me. The company had the original versions uploaded in the cloud somewhere. These physical recordings were edited, but the copies automatically saved offline. I quickly logged onto the computer website and entered my username and password. I checked the exact dates of the edited versions and found the recordings. Every night between the hours of 3 to 5 a.m., he would get up and head out. And then he would come back and lay in bed, just staring at the ceiling until my alarm went off. It was unnerving seeing the man that I loved just lying there unblinking and emotionless. I had to see where he was going, but I couldn't do it tonight. He already knew that I didn't drink the tea. I had to wait another day just to avoid arousing his suspicion. I had trouble falling asleep that night. He tried to be all cute and cuddly with me, but I played along and I felt the goosebumps on my arm. My skin felt like 1,000 bugs crawled over it when he touched me. It was killing me to pretend this way. How could he play it so cool? But eventually, my eyes felt heavy and I dozed off. I awoke to a loud bump and a hoarse whisper. Zoe, are you awake? Alexander shook my shoulder as he asked. He was checking to see if I was still asleep. I kept my eyes shut and kept my breath nice and steady. I felt the weight of his body shift from the bed and onto the creaky wooden floorboards. I heard the slight footsteps head off into the hallway. I laid in bed for a couple of minutes, contemplating as to if I could truly wait until tomorrow. I cradled my stomach in an attempt to comfort myself. I just had to know. I quietly got up and grabbed a sweater and headed out as well. I went through the back door instead of the front. I didn't want him to hear the front door system. I typed the password in quickly and moved as fast as I could. I couldn't let him get away. By the time I reached the front of the house, I noticed that he was heading down the road into the direction of the lake. I walked over and snuck to the edges of the road, hiding between the various bushes and trees in an attempt to conceal myself and stay away from his view just in case he turned around. By the time we had reached the shores of the lake, I was slightly winded, and my knees were sore at having to kneel behind a bush. The glow of the moonlight had casted a silver glow over the lake, and I could hear the soft cries of every animal and insect in the forest. The only one that seemed to be consistent was the cacophony of crickets and mosquitoes flying near my neck. I could see my husband stand near the water, taking a moment to stare at the water before pulling off his shirt. He started taking off all of his clothing, standing completely nude, his pale white skin emphasized by the moonlight. If he weren't my husband, I would have thought that he was a ghost. And then he started picking at his skin, pulling off sheets of some kind of white film. What the heck was it? He reached deeper into his skin and started pulling off even more, revealing a bright red color underneath it. He wasn't picking things off his skin. He was ripping his skin off. I felt a disgusting feeling all over my body, like when you stare at those creepy holes that bugs make. That repulsive feeling didn't even come close to what I was witnessing. Underneath the skin, he looked like those pictures of when you see anatomy textbooks all red and the muscle fibers stringing off of them. But once he stepped into the water, his red flesh started turning a deep green, and his fingers started turning sharper and sharper, as if the bone protruding into these claw-like things. What the heck was this? I have to be dreaming. That thing came out of my husband. I have to go. I had to run. After a couple of minutes, I started to walk back and made a full sprint towards our house. I ran in, setting off the security alarm, but I didn't care. I didn't have time to care. The sound of the alarm was too loud for me to think rationally. I grabbed my wallet and my car keys and quickly went into my car. I turned on my headlights, revealing Alexander's body right in front of me, but it was all wrong. Ripples of fleshy skin hung off some areas, exposing red muscles, while others had green reptilian skin. "Honey, is everything okay?" That thing's voice no longer even sounded human, rather like a raspy mix of a husky barking and a reptilian lisp. I backed up until I almost hit the garage door in our driveway, and then I moved the steering wheel to the right as I moved the gear to drive, and pushed on the gas, and as I passed that thing, it jumped onto the side of my car. "Zoe, let's talk about this," it hissed. I slammed on the gas and it banged in the window, cracking it slightly. As I made it out into the road, I saw headlights up ahead. A truck was heading down my street and it was beeping at me once it saw that I was in its lane. I quickly swerved, trying to get the truck to slam onto the beast that was grabbing onto my car, but instead my car flipped, and I felt instant pain everywhere as the car slammed against the road. The windows erupted into hundreds of little shards, raining all over me. The last thing I saw before I fell into a deep sleep was an old trucker running to my side asking if I was okay. I looked over at the right passenger window, only to see the silhouettes of a dark figure taking off into the forest. I woke up in the hospital surrounded by cops and doctors, barraging me with a ton of questions, but I didn't have any answers to give them. "Ma'am, where's your husband? Are you alone? What happened on the night of the incident?" I tried to speak, but every time I opened my mouth, I felt the absurdity of my situation take over. If I told them anything, they would definitely lock me up in a mental ward. The doctors tried to comfort me by telling me that my baby seemed perfectly healthy. I would cradle my stomach, feeling for any signs of kicking. What once brought me joy now brought me curiosity and disgust. If Alexander was that thing, then what the heck was developing in my womb? In a couple of hours, I will be released from the hospital, and I tried to do some research on my cracked up phone, but all I could get was something called a selkie. Shape-shifting, seductive creatures that stemmed from Celtic mythology, but were also found in Inuit mythology. The only difference is that Alexander was not a frickin' seal. He seemed something straight out of hell. And that's not even the crazy part. From what I overheard from the nurses gossiping, local cops found hundreds of human remains from this area spanning down to the lake. They think it could be the work of several serial killers due to the timelines, but I think that I have a different theory. I'm not sure who to tell though. Anyone have any idea of what it is? I have nowhere else to go except home, and I know for a fact that he will be there. I don't know what to do.
So I was drinking with some friends a few nights ago, swapping stories in the old times, when my old roommate reminded me of these guys I used to hang out with. As he puts it, quote, "that time you hung out with those crazy pagans in the woods." The crazy pagans in question were a coven I crossed paths with while I was living in North Georgia. No one tells you when you're there that there's a lot of non-Christian communes in the North Georgia hills. Due to the interests I had at the time, I met pagans, Wiccans, Druids, many other practitioners of strange and foreign beliefs. Most are just hobbyists, people with a passing interest with finding the mystic section in Barnes and Nobles, and they go a little nuts. However, some of them take this shit very seriously. Or sometimes. They take it a little too far. This story's about one of those groups. I'd taken an interest in religious studies, and it led me down a rabbit hole that led to general interest in the occult and mysticism. Now, this led to a lot of brooding in the back of my college library, reading over old books and making notes on strange subjects and odd topics. I'd taken an interest in runes. That was how I met Patrick, or Wormwood, as he called himself in those days. He was teaching me about runes in exchange for some notes that I'd made about energy exchange. We became friends and started hanging out a bit at a coffee shop in Dahlonega.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. You guys are playing a dangerous game here, man.
Are you
You
okay,
guys are
bud?
playing a dangerous game. Okay?
I'm not.
Are
You don't understand how many times I've called you.
First off, I was sleeping because I got bored and I wanted to just take a nap.
I'm going to cut your throat.
What?
The reason I'm going to cut your throat is because every time, the second someone gets off and you choose to get off, you go to sleep.
I get bored.
And then when I get on,
You just stay up later and you always disappear for the first like 6 hours, 7 hours a day.
that's when I have to do stuff. You don't do stuff during your day, that's why.
Sometimes it's not fun.
And yeah, I play the game almost 24/7, but I go outside a lot. It's surprising. I play this game so much, but I go outside so much as well. You'd be so surprised.
That's cap.
I've called you for the past like maybe 7 hours, trying to get you to answer, knowing that you're probably asleep.
Game just gets boring over time though.
I mean, you're not wrong about that. I could get on Minecraft, hypothetically speaking.
We're draining an ocean monument.
You and zipzap together?
Me, zipzap, Havoc, and Paladin are jams.
Oh, so you guys do play with Havocs.
Sometimes.
Alright, I might get on Minecraft. I just need a lot of sand.
I mean, we're using up a lot of the sand we have. People are draining.
I'll be back. I'm gonna grab my phone. Oops, to drain water.
What?
Using no.
This is just one little column that I'm draining.
Oh, why? I only one column.
Because that way you can collect the sand afterwards and you don't need enough sand to fill up the whole thing. We have to dig out part of an island here because the island extended. Oh yeah, I think the turtles died. Rip. You've drained a little bit. Because, Billy, I don't know if you see this. This doesn't look like that much, right?
But it
This
takes
is-
like hours just to do that.
This is very long. Because this is all ocean and some of this where there's stone that was digging out a whole mountainside, basically.
Hey, I'll be back. I'm gonna grab my phone and my 10-foot long charger.
You're weird. You still think it's flex to have it.
Typically, raccoons are fluffy little animals with striped tails, and they like to eat some damn garbage, man. Pretty simple life. But when you back that raccoon into a corner, it is gonna bite your bitch ass head off and give you rabies. And as a Piston fan, we need a lot of garbage over the years. It's cool. I like basketball and I like garbage. But it's about damn time that we beast and feast. And when we got the first pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I was digging through the garbage and I found myself a big, juicy Cade Cunningham. Okay? And ever since, I'm not saying this to every damn person out there, man. There's a lot of respectful people in the basketball community, man. People trying to take my Cade away from me, man. Thinking they were more entitled to it. Latest report. The Rockets, Houston Rockets, are reportedly in a very aggressive trade talks with the Pistons. I don't even know what's that even mean? Very aggressive. Are you like knocking on our damn door? Are you in Troy Weaver's? Damn it, motherfucker, come home. Is that what you're doing? Is that I don't know what the hell does aggressive mean? Are you calling like a damn stalker every 2 seconds? Or did we have a discussion about it? I don't know what aggressive even means, man, in terms of basketball. What does that mean? Because what's the difference between aggressive trade talks and just like trade talks? You know what I'm saying? With the Pistons, the #1 pick, per Shams. Houston wants to package their #2 in exchange for the #1 pick to select the 6'8" superstar guard, Cade Cunningham. You know what, man? Let me just point something out real quick here, okay? This is in regards to the delusional NBA fan bases out there, bro. Okay, that's not every single person, and not every single complete fan base is delusional. But every fan base has delusional fans. I guess it's probably the best way to put that, man. There was this one dude that straight up said that Cade needs to come to Houston so Detroit doesn't ruin his career. Okay. So before we move on. And like I said, this is not towards every single Houston Rocket fans. This is the ones with that delusional mindset. If you can explain to me what James Harden did in his career for the Houston Rockets and what type of success it led to, you all can have Cade. If you can go up to an actual non-casual NBA fan and display the trade package in which you received for James Harden without them projecting vomit all over the place, y'all can have Cade. Okay? But until then, shut your bitch ass up, man, okay? And like I said, and just by saying that, we got the delusional fans going in the comment section right now saying, oh, Detroit, it's been good. Okay, I realize my team. Let's say I'm not a delusional fan, man. I realize my team's not been good. I realize that. That has nothing to do with the facts of your shortcomings with James Harden. So let's just point that out real quick there, man, okay? If you are somebody that uses somebody else's team to bring up, to shoot down, you know, just dumbass talks like this, then we can't really have a conversation. So you might as well just click off the video, right, man? Okay? So, let's talk about this. The Detroit Pistons, they very well could trade the #1 pick. It very well could happen. But I've even gone as far, bro. I just saw a trade package of somebody saying John Wall, Eric Gordon, and the pick for Cade Cunningham and Jeremy Grant. Why the hell would we take on either one of those guys? Do you not, like, that's the thing, man. Like, if you're going to do a trade offer, please make it realistic. And another person tell me, well, Chris, you don't always realistic with your trade. It's like, somebody, like people were just literally offering up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander #6 for Cade, or #1 pick, and I said that was a bad trade for OKC. Okay, man, so don't toss that my way. But please, you need to do your damn, you need to have just base level NBA knowledge to realize that if you're one of the people saying, well, it's Detroit, you gotta realize, man, you no longer have that management. We no longer
That
have
hurt
that
like
management. They're gone.
balls.
Well, everyone
What do
just.
you want? I'm getting on Minecraft right now.
It's just gonna be you and me now. Everyone else had to go.
For once, I'm not gonna force you to play. Oh wait.
I'm wanting to play Minecraft a bit more, but I don't know. It's a lot more fun to just be able to chill out
Are
in the
you an
game.
Apple Empire or something?
No.
It's an Apple and Friends, right?
Yeah, we don't have the supplies on Apple Empire to drain anything. Heck, on the new world, I don't even know if I have anything. Hello sign. Interesting.
I think I might need to update.
Yeah, you probably do. There's been hot fixes since 1.17 came out.
Yeah, I had to update it. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, the update was today.
Yeah.
Apple. That's kind of good.
Who keeps putting all of our sand in the chest when we have shulker boxes for a reason?
Pets can hold more, can't they?
Now, for the most part, which I may stop doing, is I may just use up the last bit of sand and then just stop draining it. And just go do
Play
something.
Fortnite and grind arena. I'm playing.
I think you can only be on for like an hour anyway, can't you?
Huh?
When do you have to go?
Probably by like maybe 2. Well, not 2. Maybe like 1:15 if I get lucky.
To be fair,
It sounds worse. It sounds worse
Fortnite
than it
earlier
is.
from like 6 till like 1 p.m. So I was on the game for like 7 hours today.
Yeah, I kept on inviting you through that time frame.
I
You
only
didn't join once.
I did not see any of your invites. Not like earlier today, like when I was just in there AFK, but I'm talking about like beforehand. So I didn't like completely just stop. Not like
Yeah,
not
because
watching the game.
you were on. It didn't say that you were in launcher, no none of that. You were like on.
Yeah, no, it's like I was up at like 6 a.m. after sleeping. Woke up semi-early.
And then decided just to get on and play with Jay or whoever. Well, I didn't really come on to play with Jay, but he was just kind of there. It'd be a minute before I'm able to get out to you if you're at like spawn area still.
Yeah, now I remember why I stopped playing.
Why?
And it's not nighttime. Wait. Oh, wait, no, if I break the bed.
Where are you?
I might just be the smartest player ever.
Where are you? Why is there a creeper hole here? I just want to know why. I have, oh my god. Oh, there's a raid. Billy, you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out. I'm not very smart, in case you didn't know.
They can't necessarily kill me with the current position I'm in. You think you can handle a whole raid by yourself?
I've done it a lot of times before. I mean, I don't really need any of the drops from it, maybe besides, like, I may take the totems.
My frames are lagging very bad on mine. Like, ever so slightly.
Just don't look up top.
Ah, girl. Booty fat.
I just don't want Ravengers to be here because they always run over my crops and it's annoying. Executor. I really hope there's just like one stuck underground somewhere that I don't have to deal with.
Pretty nice, I guess.
And I can just kind of let him despawn in the raid. Oh, that's not good. I'm using a bug with the texture of the ray tracing texture pack. Nope, you just couldn't spawn at like a normal place, could you, bud?
Where did he spawn?
Like, I mean, like a normal place for him to not have to make me kill him.
Mm. I'm just using my fist to break cobblestone right now. Don't mind me.
Why?
Because I'm trapped in. I was trapped in the hole. That's why I stopped playing. That's like the main reason I stopped playing.
Look below you.
Hey, shulker box. Hey, that's a lot of stuff.
It's mostly end loot. You know, like when you loot the end, you can get a bunch of stuff from it.
Hmm.
Oh my god. Ravenger.
Appleman freed me. Fog. Hey, I see a chicken. It's a good chicken. So all the stuff in the shulker box is for me, right?
I guess. I don't really need it. I just
Shulker
kinda,
box. No, you organized this as if it was like a starter kit.
maybe. I kind of had it for that reason. Just in case.
Yeah. Here's a starter kit. You have to keep the shulker, right?
Yeah, I've got like 2 stacks of them here, and then I've got another stack at my original, like my actual base. That's not this place.
Okay. Oh, when you're done with, you want me to help you with the raid a little? I need some of that.
I don't really care for the loot, so I'm just kind of shooting them. Says there's 1 left. It's a witch.
Kind of just stealing your loot because you said you didn't want it. Oh, XP.
Oh, she's like in a cave over here.
That's something.
Oh no, she literally spawned like in the tiniest hole. There's like a tiny hole in the sand where I guess someone maybe needed like 8 bits of sand. Oh yeah, don't look over here. Something happened, okay? We needed, I mean, we needed sand, you know?
Oh, this is when you guys were collecting the sand. That was funny.
There's not that much missing.
You know the raid's still going. I just wanted to say that.
You know I'm just flying around with an elytra, like, and just shooting him down with a bow and arrow. Zipzap was using, you know what's funny is Zipzap yesterday, he was using a thing where you can get like unlimited potions from dripstone because you can make dripstone like refill the potions in a cauldron. Oh, and that's the worst area you could spawn.
What, Ravager spawning? I knew it.
Do you see that? Do you see what that is?
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yep.
Bro.
A fat boy.
I'm
They're just destroying the crops. They're wall walking on your crops. Not your corpse, but on your crop.
gonna murk all the villagers. Are you really... Buddy, you will die. What do you not get about the fact that you will bleed out very slowly? You will not get a fun death.
Ah, but that's not okay to say.
I will not give them a fun death, though. If they wanted to trample my crops, I'm just gonna go make a raid.
I have a bottle of cocaine.
Ooh. Speed.
What? No, the fact that you get what I meant by that is kind of wrong.
You know I play Minecraft, right?
Yep, bottle crack.
Where in the hell did this last one go? I got so done with them just destroying my crops every time. I've made a diamond hoe just so that way I have one, because now they're a bit more useful as well. And like, these crop fields, I harvest them occasionally if I need the stuff from them, but for the most part they're just here for decoration, and so when I have to wait for it to grow half of the back, it's not super fun, you know? I mean, like, I think we've got, like, a basically, yeah, like, right here, I've got, like, a basic full chest full of carrots. Like, I don't need more carrots. I've got stacks. Oh, hi, you dummy. Hope your family dies. And since I'm on hard mode for the raid, there's, like, 7 rounds that I have to go through, and so Ravengers spawn, like, 4 times over. So they break my
Apple.
crops 4 times over. Oh, I almost shot
Apple.
you on accident.
Apple, I trust you with this. I don't trust you.
A box.
He just hit me and it is practically doing damage to me. That's sad.
Did someone kill my
It's
sheep?
I don't have a shield and they're practically doing damage to me, which is kind of disappointing. This crossbow has unbreaking on it. I throw it into a cactus.
Alex tried to kill everyone like Alex the Goat, you know? Or that's his name on here. We were being friendly to him and he tried to kill zipzap and all of them. And now he's dead and back at spawn. He's done that multiple times where he's tried to kill them and it never works in his favor. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me.
What?
Look where he spawned. Look where he spawned.
God, 2 of them just woo walking on your thing. Oh, those things hurt. Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it, that's rude.
Watch out for the evoker.
I'm so happy I have a spawn point there.
Buddy, I will just sword crit you. Oh, I'm out of
No,
arrows.
I'm dead, Apple. Please kill him. And I died to the evoker. I need to get out of the raid radius. I'm out of hunger too.
Oh shoot, I'm only like at 4 hearts. Oh no.
I have a totem.
I hate those things so much. Look at this. Look, they just legit, let's like cut a hole down the middle of it.
Oh, I might be dead here.
Oh god, no, 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 that's a bad thing.
Oh yeah, you have no health. I have no health. I have no food.
I do have that.
You have food. You have food. I don't have food.
You don't have food?
No.
Oh, you're being chased by a witch.
Yes.
There's a health.
That is the part. That's the part that I'm worried about.
Yeah, we don't really have a food source out here besides carrots and such. Potatoes. We do have a lot of potatoes.
Did you kill a witch? I was still running.
There's a thing. There's a totem.
I have a totem.
I don't need it. I have hundreds of those. Just take it, dude. I don't need the. At this point, those totems are like inventory clutter more than anything, you know. Which is kind of sad that I have enough totems to consider them inventory clutter, but we don't talk about it.
I just think it's sad that you're able to play that game this much. The game this much to consider that inventory clutter.
I mean, when you have like a couple double chests full of them from like one farm. Farm only took a few hours to build. Didn't take that much. Let's go.
Hey, the raid's over.
Now it's just time to repair the whole entire crop field over here that was mainly for decoration. I also built this one in case I need hay bales for any build. I can just kind of come harvest it.
Wait, my armor has mending. Thank you. Well, at least my chest plate does.
I mean, there's a mending villager that you can use the emeralds you got to get some, what's it called, mending. You can buy a book from one of them. Like, buy a bookshelf, break it, and then you have books. Like, this crop farm, like, if I wanted, like, just one purely for crops, there is much more efficient and much more squared out designs you can do. Like, you can basically do, like, a gridded farming pattern, you know?
You know, we might as well just start killing stuff. That's stupid. Or maybe not, given the fact that I have no HP right now. Cause I didn't want to waste a golden carrot on what?
They're not that
1.5 hunger.
Carrot.
Golden carrots are expensive.
Not really. I
So you're telling me?
have 14 stacks of them, plus a couple. I have like 20 stacks of golden carrots in my ender chest.
That's not nice. You gave me a flame sword. I have the ability to just cut.
You didn't see that zombie. That zombie doesn't exist anymore.
Zombie? What's a zombie? What zombie?
This kind of they just
Wait,
disappeared.
spider jockey. Can I use spider jockey?
I want to collect. I want to collect some of the mobs. You know, just like put them in cages.
Spider jockey.
If I had a cage, I would have put the spider jockey in one and put a name tag on both of them, and just had you sit there and wait while I do it. Like, not to leave you behind, but so that that way they don't despawn.
I'm killing these sheep. I need the food.
You are aware we have.
There's a baby zombie.
You're about to get filled, Zud. You're about to get filled, Zud. Oh yeah, if you die to a baby zombie, it's not called being filled, Zud. He technically didn't die to the baby zombie, but I think it did the most damage to him, and it's what screwed him over the most. Zombies with armor take a lot of hits.
I found a wither rose.
You did? Where?
Here, come here.
That's where that went. I've been looking for that because I wanted to help zipzap make some potions of wither effect. Don't ask why. You know, people have used, like, they make wither farms where hundreds upon hundreds of endermen are slaughtered, right? Like, literally, endermen are just murked and murdered over and over for stacks upon stacks of wither roses. And guess what they use them for? Black dye. They make a farm using a wither to make black dye. Did you just leave? Billy.
Getting back from Fortnite.
Why?
After hearing that, I just don't play Minecraft anymore. There's no purpose.
I haven't. Not yet, at least.
Did you just not say not yet?
Huh?
Never. Never. I'm 2 levels off of level 100. I like that.
See, I want to make a very bad joke there, but I won't.
What was the joke?
See, the issue is I may or may not be like live because of this draining the ocean monument. The last one took like 10 hours and it was smaller than that one.
Now, do I need iron?
Iron is
No, not necessarily.
I mean, I went out mining one time, just like not by like strip mining, but cave mining, and got like
Okay,
a stack and a
I was
half
just
of
making
iron
sure
blocks.
you did not put, what is it called?
I'm planning on building
You
an
did
iron
not put
farm.
silk touch on my pickaxe.
I'm
I had
planning-
to make sure, because you put silk touch on my pickaxe, I was blocking you.
I didn't. I just kind of gave you the items from it. If they were end loot, you have to block the end.
I found zombie villager.
Hit crime time.
I killed him. Oh, dang it.
We couldn't reach him.
I can't get out of the hole.
Oh my god. It's the floaty minx.
I'm not here.
Leave you trapped in a hole and put a glass dome over you, make you into like a attraction.
Antique. Antique.
Floaty boy minx. Don't ask what this was.
AFK form.
No, we were trying to duplicate potions. Not duplicate.
Oh, why? Just put the slab of glass. This is my life now. There's a zombie in here. There's a zombie. There's a zombie in here.
I'm so done. I just watched the zombie jump in on your head and I put a block over you. Oh, the others that... we can't make that joke. I get cancelled for it. Why is there a cave hole down here? He never existed.
Why, skeleton? Is this what you chose to be in life?
I don't
Is
have...
this how you chose to die?
Billy, I don't have like...
Kill player.
Billy, I don't have knockback or what's it called on my sword? Flame. Just because, like, Enderman killing, Flame makes them teleport, and if you're making like a spider farm ever, which I did have at one point, it knocks the spiders back super far, and it's harder to kill them, you know? Like, because originally when I was first making this sword, I had made a spider farm on one of our things, because we found the spider spawner.
Killed the baby chicken. Why? Ask me.
Have you seen the ruins of, have you seen, like, any of the ruins of the old bases here?
No. I'm just killing for XP at this point.
I'm not really killing for XP. I kill like 4,000 mobs. It moves my XP bar one time. It moves it like 1 bar. I'm kind of sad because I wanted to hit level 1,000, right? Just for like the pure ability, like I can flex on other people and say, oh, I hit level 1,000. But no, they break my gold farm. Now don't make the right amount of gold. I found out they were breaking it like a week or 2 before they actually decided to like break it, you know? And so I may or may not have stocked up on like a double chest full of blocks of gold.
You retard.
Well, if I don't want to go mining for gold. That means I have to find a mesa, and then it means I have to mine in the mesa. That means I have to find caves. I have to bring a fortune pickaxe, which I mean I do carry on me anyway. But you know, it's a lot of work. Okay, well I can just sit overnight while I'm sleeping, and, you know, get 100,000 blocks of gold. Not really. It takes like half an hour just to craft the gold nuggets into stuff. Why you drop items so slow?
We're trying to do it fast. It's easier on keyboard and mouse, so you
All I do is press button. Here, you don't need to kill the mobs for food.
killing them for XP and kind of the food.
Here, come.
No, I'm fine. Like I'd rather like actually just kill them all for food.
I like how you just pass up on the horses and donkey.
Why would I kill the horse and donkey?
I have before when I've needed leather, like early game.
Well, I need leather. No. Wait, where's my shoulder pad? I think I have a saddle in there. Wait, no, I threw all my saddles out. Or maybe I did save a saddle.
I do have a few double chests full of those as well.
Do you have any cow food? Or not cow food. Any hay bales?
A couple. Why?
So I can get a horse and see if it's fast.
I have a little bit of hay.
And then maybe what I could do, I can upgrade my speed potion that's in the shulker box.
I don't know where I put my horse. I kind of lost him.
I say a saddle. I need to find where I do my saddles.
They could have despawned.
Probably did despawn, but I wouldn't even be mad.
Donkey.
I think it despawn.
Donkey.
I think it despawn.
Donkey. Go.
I think it despawn.
Donkey.
Okay. Can I get a saddle if you have one of those? That's fair.
This is very fast travel. Oh yeah, did I tell you I'm linking up the ocean monument to here with a pathway?
Finally, I don't have to use a boat half the time and take 3 days
It's only a
just
few,
to get there.
It's only a few thousand blocks. Or like a top of
You
thousand.
know how gay that is? You have an elytra. It's so much easier for you.
There's a boat in here.
I hate using bolts on mobile. You know how annoying it is?
Oh yeah, this guy is old. I think this is some of the zipzap stuff. He has diamonds in here, axolotls, a gold one. Ooh, rich ones.
I don't think he'll know if I steal him.
He probably will.
He doesn't
Also,
need
anyway, I'm gonna go tame a horse.
to. Where are the axolotls? He doesn't need to know.
Billy, your horse despawned.
Dang it, I don't really care. I'd rather have an axolotl.
No, I wanted
Where's that?
I wanted to breed your horse with my donkey. Because then you get a very rare mob called a mule. It has the speed and stuff of the horse, but it can have a chest on it.
That's kind of cool.
Also, Billy, come look over here. We only have a couple of them.
Where? Oh! Oh, I may or may not have killed the villager.
Oh, Billy! Billy!
I think I just killed the mending villager.
Billy.
I was trying to open a chest, and then it
Billy.
walked right in front of me.
Jeff, mending guy is still alive.
Oh, then who did I kill? I killed the librarian.
You killed the one that sells books.
So I still did a big oopsie.
Yeah, you still...
I'm a retard.
Yeah, you're definitely not wrong there.
I wanted an axolotl.
Billy, I have a gift for you.
Axolotl, cyan axolotl, and gold axolotl.
This is what I spent my books on.
Rick and Morty. I'm playing. Or no, I'm not reading 10 pages of a book. You must have me screwed up. Nope.
Just read the first couple.
No, I'm good.
I'll read like the first page.
There's only 2 axolotls in the chest. I might have to kill zipzap.
Billy, read like the first page. It's only a couple words.
We know strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment to what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run. Never run. Is that the actual lyrics?
Yes, I typed that. Well, more so copy pasted it, but yes. I have a couple dozen of those books.
Apple, you are a lonely person.
I also have another one of a different book. I have another
Apple,
song.
you are a very sad person. I don't think I should be playing with you.
I have this book as well.
I might just block you.
I wanted to copy the Bible into a book, but then I realized that could cause a lot of lag. Especially if I'm making a couple copies of it. And then there's this thing called a book crash, right? Where you can perm ban someone by throwing them a shulker full of books or too big of a book. And if I were to do that to someone and I'd accidentally book ban them, I'd have to back up the realm, and that's an issue. So you take this book. Speaking of book bans. I'm gonna buy a couple mending books.
I don't think I should read the book.
Hey, do you want channeling?
Wait, is this the right one? Oh, you're doing a whole bunch of channeling. Alright, there we go. I found the right book. Albert's got a quick hand. He'll look around the room. He won't tell you his plan. He's gotta...
Some of it's like a cigar or something there, I believe. It says like it's Minecraft censors stuff.
He's got a cigar hanging out of his mouth. He's a cowboy kid. Yeah, I found a 6-shooter gun. Yeah, but okay, yeah. They don't censor gun. Fine.
Have you heard the song
Big brain.
Have you heard of the song Pumped Up Kicks?
Pump the jam. Pump it up.
No,
Oh, your
Pumped Up
feet
Kicks. It's a song that people have said references a school shooting, but we don't talk about it. And that is the book of the song that you were reading. Robert's got a quick hand. He won't tell anybody.
Some kid invited me on Fortnite the most random time.
Who's inviting you to what? Ooh, a crossbow.
Oh, Tyon added me. That's funny.
Why do
I
you...
wonder why Tyon added me.
Oh yeah, look, Billy, look, they made a new baby already since you killed their friend. They've already made a new baby.
A 2v2 for what?
I don't know if Zipzap's gonna be happy that you killed his
Those are
village.
some weirdo.
Oh yeah, you know these are Zipzap's villagers, they're not mine. And so what I'm saying is if Zipzap's dead...
It is 12 in the night. Do you think I have anyone on you, retard? Oh, I'm a retard. You're playing with Ty right now. That says something. That's not of my concern. That's the fact that I didn't ask if he was or not. And given the fact that he unadded me, I really could care less.
Robert.
Alright, keep that same energy, Ty.
What in the world?
Pump the jam, pump it up. While your feet are... Pump the jam, pump it up. While your feet...
Interesting.
The jam is pumping.
This man did not make his secret chest very secret.
Where's the chest? I want to see your secret chest. The not so secret chest. Where's the not so secret chest?
Just look in between these two chests and you'll see it.
Dummy.
Oh, this isn't Zipzap's. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 That's not good. That's not good. That's not good.
What?
This needs to be a button. Or else the villagers will get out because someone named Billy decided to punch a hole in the wall. It was a very high-tech wall too, Billy.
Oh, it's a cyan axolotl.
Hey, Billy.
Oh, trident. Oh, sorry. Trident. I'm stealing the trident. I'm playing. If I stole a trident, that would be the last time I play this game. There's a fishing rod when I'm breaking too. Do I know why? No, I don't.
We went fishing at one
Oh,
point.
it is the 12 o'clock now. Do you want to play some Fortnite since we are not even draining ocean money?
Maybe.
Probably. I kind of want to grind arena and see how well we do, because I know we do better late at night.
We just do better
That
without
is no.
cozy. Wait, no, come back on realm real quick.
I'm just not back. Oh, why? No, I'm just watching a screen share. I don't want to get back on the realm. I just want to watch the screen share.
No, I want to do a ritual with you, so get in the hole. I need you to get in the hole.
Wait, no. I shouldn't even get on. I just told me to get in the hole with the TNT.
What TNT?
There's. Yeah, I don't see a TNT, right?
Where's there a TNT?
Oh my god.
It's only two.
I'm gonna get a. Okay, can you place a water bucket where I have to stand at least?
You'll survive 2 TNT. Just bring 2 totems.
You're lucky I have.
Just bring 2 totems. I had Alex do it at one point, just not here.
Ooh, potato man.
I've also blown up someone's house with end crystals.
Wait, 2 horses. 2 horses.
Place to eat.
Right. I need a saddle and some food.
I need to find my donkey. Hold up. Wait, you stay here by the horses so they don't despawn. Oh, donkey's right over here. What up, donkey?
One of them fell in love with me. I just need a saddle.
That's what I'm bringing. My horsey had a saddle. Not horsey, but mule. Mule, get back here. You need to go do the fricky fricky.
It's not too slow. Where's the jump?
Come
Oh,
here.
this jump is.
Billy, come here and get off your horse.
The jump is so low. You barely jump anywhere with a horse. Hey, a mule. We just had to do the. Let me see if this horse is faster. This horse has more hearts.
So that
So
one
hopefully it's
loses
a better
life.
horse.
The other one loses life privileges. I have a drug horse.
Yeah, kill the horse without the white legs.
We don't have to kill it. We can just leave it.
If the mule is fast, what I'm gonna splash it with a potion of speed. And then after doing that, I am going to just breed it with a. Wait, do you have to breed?